So these are some of the settings I use in my Pixieset proof galleries. So once I've finalized my selections to the ones that I want to share with my client and done my global adjustments to white balance and exposure and contrast and that sort of thing, I want to export the files. To do that, I hit the Command-Shift-E button and that brings up my export dialog box. And I want to export the files into a folder that I can find later on. So in this case, I'm going into the original folder that the original files were in, but I'm putting them in a subfolder that says for Pixieset. I do this fairly often, so I've created a preset. The pixel dimensions on the proof files are 2048 pixels on the long edge, which means they're resized to fit. To keep the files from being overly large, I've set them to be saved as JPEGs with a quality of 56 and the color space set to sRGB. That makes them web-friendly. Hitting the export button sends those files to that folder so that you can upload them to Pixieset. This is Pixieset.com, and I'm going to assume that you've already created an account, so I'm simply going to log in. Once you've logged in, you can create a collection, which is a client gallery on Pixieset. You can call it whatever you like. I'm going to call it Best Looking at Things. You can pick a date. I'll use today's date. And I'm going to go into the advanced settings, and I'm going to turn off the homepage visibility, because I only really want my clients and the people that my client might forward this to view this. I don't want it to be viewed necessarily openly and publicly. Hit Create. Once you've created this gallery, you can populate it by adding photos. You can add photos two ways. You can simply drag your photos to that square, or you can go to a specific space on your hard drive and upload them from there. So I'm going to upload photos from my computer by clicking on this. And then I'm going to select the photos from the folder that I exported them to from Lightroom, which is for Pixieset within the Best Looking at Things folder. I'm going to select all of those images, and I'm going to upload them by hitting the Open button. So that's adding the images to the gallery. I'm going to make a few changes to the settings to this particular gallery. I'm going to make some adjustments to the downloads. I want to turn off my download pin. I want to make it easy for my client to download an image so they can share it with agents and others. I'm also going to disable Download High-Res File. I really only want web-sized files to be downloaded, and in this case I want the 2048 pixel version to be downloaded. And I'm going to allow single photo downloads, and also it's going to be set to 2048 pixel. So at this point you can either preview or publish, but I want to look at the cover image first. I like the cover image that we're going to go with. I'm just not crazy about the way that it's going to view on a mobile device. So this little vertical rectangle thing here, that's how it's going to view on a phone or an iPad. I want to make sure that we can actually view it in a way that's pleasing, so I'm going to set the change focal point here. Moving the focal point from the center off to the side makes things look much better on mobile devices. Way better. So once we're happy with the cover image, we can preview the gallery to make sure that everything else looks good too. Hitting the Open button drops you down to the rest of the gallery. You can click on the individual thumbnails, opens up a larger version of them. You can scroll left or right, forward or backward. A couple of nice things about Pixieset is it allows you to create a favorite list, allows you to download an image, and allows you to share them. Or you can play it in a slideshow. I'm going to close the preview window and go back to the collection window, and I'm going to publish. Now we can share the gallery. It's pretty easy to share your gallery with your client. Pixieset makes it simple by allowing you to email directly through the gallery itself, just by typing in who you want it to go to. You can choose to send yourself a copy or not. I tend not to. You can even type it in a little memo. Hey, it's Best Looking at Things. Cheers, Ross. Send invite. If you want to go through your email software, you can get the direct link, copy this, and paste it into your email. Another feature of Pixieset is you can connect it up to your social media feeds. Might be useful. Give it a go. Hope that made life a little easy for you. Cheers. See you in class.